right, good morning, everyone. This is Day Trading Futures with JD, and I'm JD. All right, so first thing I wanted to go over this morning was my NinjaTrader strategy builder. I decided to go with the strategy builder, the automated trading, because I kept making emotional mistakes. I know you hear a lot of YouTubers, day traders, talking about the psychology of day trading and how impatient we can get. Well, I'm definitely here to tell you that I've fallen victim to it. I've actually I had to reset my Apex Trader account because I made a bad decision this week. So here I am starting from scratch. Yesterday I pulled off a $750 win, and then after, of course, the commissions were taken out. It fell down to 720 or 730. So get on with this video on how I set up my strategy builder. All right, so you go to the new tab, you click on strategy builder. This window will open. Go over here. I titled this as WMA long. I initially just had it for longs, but since we've had a down, the price has been down last couple of days, I decided to go ahead and add shorts to it. So just disregard the title yours whatever way you want it to. When you go to default properties, you have options here on each tick. Like if once your strategy is activated, do you want it to activate as soon as possible, like on each price change, on each tick, or on bar close? I have mine on bar close. That's just because I have the strategy. Once my WMA lines cross, I want it to wait until the next candle, just to make sure the price is moving in my direction. All right, next is additional information, which I don't have any in. Okay, so on inputs and variables, this is where we're going to define our stop loss and our take profit. You'll click add. You'll set a you'll title it. When you title it, make sure there's no spaces in between. Make sure it's all one word. The next is integer. Integer. An integer is just a whole number. So then you'll go here to the default, whatever you want your stop loss or your take profit to be. You set in according to how many ever ticks. So as you see here, my stop loss is set at 48 ticks, and my take profit is set at 12 ticks. You leave the MIN alone, the minimum. I assume that's what that is, but you leave that alone. All right, so once you get your stop loss and your take profit, move on to your conditions and actions. So as you look down here, I have two sets. This set's for my long, and this set is for my short. All right, so whenever you're adding, when you're adding your criteria for your long, let me click on the edit. Go down here, find the WMA. Of course, you can use EMA, SMA, whatever you want to do on that. Plot on your chart. This will help you see if you want to watch the chart, or I'm sorry, during the strategy analyzer, if you want to look at the chart, and if you want to follow along with that, you can see where all your entries and exits are made. I use the 5-period WMA. Now, when I enter a long position, I want it to cross above the price, or I'm sorry, cross above the 20 MA. So I'll go over here to this side. I click the WMA, and I put in the 20, and then here's the color I like. All right, so one thing I left out is when you first open up this this tab, this is what you're going to find, right? Indicator, price, strategy, miscellaneous, time, user input. I probably need to add a time one day because I don't like to trade. Maybe I'll go ahead and do that now, because what I want to do is I want to, when I run my analyzer, the strategy analyzer, I don't like using the London session and Tokyo session, because I don't I don't trade those, and we'll get a lot of maybe just different times that I don't trade, and so I don't want those signals being a part of it. All right, so I'll just start off at 9 a.m. because I don't like trading the 8:30 openings New York session either. All right, let's see. I wonder if I can just leave that as equals. Let's just see what happens. I tell you what, I'm going to do some research and playing around on that, but I don't want to waste y'all's time. Y'all can do the same thing. Y'all can research it and see, how to change that. But anyway, moving right along. So whenever I have my input, right, for my long, I also want this to be entered. I don't want to do a long position when the EMA, the price is below the 200 EMA, right? Because that signifies which direction it's going, if it's going to be an uptrend or a downtrend. So we go here to the price and we go to bid and just leave everything else default. And I wanted the bid price to be greater than the 200 EMA, right? So I have the greater, the EMA, plot on chart, and the 200. And then I have that colored as red. All right, so my action, so I have my variables here, or the conditions. Now I want to tell it what to do. Well, I want to enter as a long. So we'll go here, and we'll go to order management, enter long position, and the signal name, of course, is what it's titled, WMA long. And the way you find that name is when you hit set, or I'm sorry, I think you can just, let's see if you add, no. Anyway, maybe it's defaulted in, I think, I can't remember. But anyway, if not, you type in your strategy. All right, so once we get that, go here to set to, and we'll do the same thing, but for a short. So instead of crossing above, we'll change that to cross below, and then the 5 WMA and the 20 period WMA crosses below. The 5 will cross the below, and then get current bid, which is the price. The bid price is less than the EMA. So that way, once the price moves below the 200 EMA, that's signifying a downtrend, I want it to only look for sales, short sales. And then enter short, same way, do the following. You'll go here, enter a short position, and then the signal name, of course, is the long, even though it's not technically a long. I just didn't want to change all my names. All right, so moving right along to the stops and targets. Now, here we go. Set profit target. Profit target's here. You want your entry to be from the long, or the signal, where the WMAs, where the signal's defined. I guess that's the best way of putting it. And then we'll go to ticks. We don't want price or currency, nothing like that. We want to define this as a tick. And then the value, when you hit set, go to user input, and then these are what the values were defined as. So we're talking about take profits. So we want to take profit at whatever you defined your take profit as. All right, and then we also want to enter your stop loss. Go here to click stop loss, the entry signal, your ticks. Now, with the simulated stop, I watched a webinar with NinjaTrader. They said that the simulated stop is actually will not report back to your broker. Like if the position goes against you and you're in margin, or it shows a negative P&L, most brokers will notify you if you're 10% of margin, 25% of your margin, whatever the case is, whenever the price goes against you. The webinar said when you click this, it will not report back to your broker until your stop is hit. Now, I don't know how Rhythmic or if you're using some other data, I don't know how those positions will report. I hope I don't find out if a position goes too far negative. But anyway, I went ahead and checked it because NinjaTrader says it's probably a good idea. All right, so the value, of course, we go here to set, and your user input was whatever you defined your stop loss to be. All right. Now, we've got that set. We've got our take profits. We've got everything done. You hit compile. I'll look at that as just a way of saving your work, you know. And there's that. We'll hit that. Our next. And then we hit finish.
1 out of 20, 21 Travis.
We'll wait that.
Last minute, go ahead. Either 1 out of 21. Will be 33, 8, 2, 6, Adam 8.
All right. Now we'll go here back to the new. We'll go here to Strategy Analyzer. This is a real powerful tool of back testing your strategy.
1 out of 21. Final stop location is going to be 15,000.
Then we go here to back test the strategy you want to use. I want to use my WMA long. As you see here, it auto-fills your stop loss and take profit. You want to click your instrument that you want. And I want to use my ES. And I want to use the 15-minute time. And then here, I just want to do it for about a month. And I'm just going to do one entry. I don't want it to use like, I don't want it to use multiple contracts just because it's a little easier to kind of keep up with the price. And we will run it. See what happens. Takes very short time. All right. Now I know what you're thinking. You're looking at this and like, that's great, you know. Look at all those losses you have. But look here. Okay, so we've got 74 wins, 15 losses. My average win is only 150. Average loss is 470. And I know a lot of people are thinking, well, James, you know, you're not doing a 2-to-1 profit target, you know. So one second here. I apologize. I'm in the middle of work. Plus, I'm trying to do this video for you guys because I haven't put out a video. And so one moment here. Maybe I'll pause this part. I don't know.
Either 1 out of 21.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I hope hopefully you skipped ahead. All right, so, but I know you're thinking about, well, it's not a 2-to-1 risk reward ratio. It's bad strategy. However, when we look at here, when we go up and, I don't know, when we go here to the summary, we'll go to the trades. Now it shows us all of our trades here that we placed, and it shows our stop loss and once we hit. Okay, so I've already done an analysis of this. I wrote down each one, right? I wrote down each one, and let me see. Yeah, 15 minutes, 3 points, 12-point stop loss. And I think I did this on a just like a 2-week time period. But anyway, it looks like when I looked at this, there was only one loss during normal business hours, right? That I would trade. This is a loss here on the first. I wouldn't. I actually have it exit on session close, but I would never place a trade at 4 p.m. anyway. All right, so we've got here, 8:15 a.m. I don't make trades during that time. We have, let's see, yeah, 8:15, 5:45. I don't make trades that early. 6:45. I don't make trades that early. 11:45. I don't make trades that late. Moving down. 1 p.m. This would have been a trigger, right? This would have been a loss. More than likely, it could have been a stop loss hunter or whatever. But you can look at that in the charts. I don't make trade that early. So far we've got 2 losses out of all these other trades. Let's see, 2:45 p.m. I usually set on like 2 o'clock, 2:30 is my latest, so I wouldn't have made that trade. 3:45, I wouldn't have made that one. 3:15, I wouldn't have made that one. Nope. This one, nope, because I don't trade at 8:30. 2:15, I don't make trades that late. So you see here, and 3:15, I don't make trades that late. So we only had 2 losses out of all these trades, which were, how many again? 89 trades. 2 losses out of 89 trades, which is pretty good. So even though this profit and loss target range would be different, it would be different if you only lost 2, if you only traded the times. Now, when we go to chart, if you want to go through and analyze each chart or each actual trade, you can look and see which one, right? And I'm not sure why this triggered as a long, because here's your, oh, that's right, sorry, because I have it titled as a long, so obviously it's going to keep showing longs. But this was definitely a short. Like it shows the price it entered at, and then it shows the price that hit your profit target, vice versa. So it goes all the way back. You can check and see what your, make sure your strategy looks good and all that. But anyway, I just wanted to kind of run down the my strategy, how I trade, and this works for me. Well, according to the strategy builder, it works for me. So we'll just stay tuned. If I end up passing this evaluation with this with this strategy, well then I'll update it and let you know from here on out. All right, well, thanks a lot for watching this video. I hope it helps some people, and look forward to or be sure and subscribe to the channel for further videos. Thank you.